Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2. What's going on, YouTube? I want to show you guys a couple things we've been working on in the membership, the All Access membership. And we're in a boot camp right now, our annual Christmas boot camp. And we've been doing Jingle Bells trio version as well as Jingle Bells solo piano version. And I want to talk about a bunch of improv tips as well as for beginners to help you guys. So a couple things, when you're learning the solo piano version of Jingle Bells, a couple super important things. If you have the first 5 notes of C major, the first thing I want you to know is the melody pretty much fits under the hand of the first 5 notes of the C major scale. So it starts on the 3rd note. We think in terms of numbers, 1, 2, 3, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Notice it starts on the 3rd. So whatever key you're in, these are tips for anybody. Start on the 3rd, jingle all the way. Then it goes up to the 4th note of the scale. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Goes up to the 5th, starts again, jingle bells, jingle all the way, da 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 da. And then right here, this is another really important tip for musicians. 5, 5, 4, skip the 3rd, 2, 1. You don't want to miss that at the very end. 5, 5, 4, 2, 1. All right, so if I want to put a simple triad with that, what I'm going to do is we're going to do fingers 1, 3, and 5. That's a second inversion triad, my favorite inversion of the triad. In my left hand, we're just going to do a very basic C, G to C, A, which is exactly what's in Blues Volume 1 all the way through. One static bass line of C, G, 1, 5 to 1, 6 of the scale. And we're going to go jingle bells. And I like this idea, instead of repeating that note, we're going to go down from C in second inversion to B in second inversion. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Now watch this. Jingle all the way. And what I did there is I went back to the idea of the melody of Jingle Bells. It fits right under the hand, the first 5 notes, jingle all the way. And notice that when I hit this C in second inversion, then I jumped up to my finger, my C, D, E, F, G, and I go jingle all the way. Now I get to the F chord for Oh What Fun. I'm doing root 5 to root 6. And there's my first inversion triad on F. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Going back to the second inversion triad again. Now on one horse open sleigh, you can do D9, and I could do DA to DB just to be consistent. One horse open sleigh, or I technically could go DA to DC. One horse open sleigh. And then for that, I'm doing G7, which is the flat 7 of the G scale, the 3 and the 5. And then I kind of like the E minor there at the top, which kind of gives us a G13-ish sound, right? So I go one horse open sleigh. And then again, jingle bells, jingle bells. Now watch this. 3, 5, 1, 2, 3. And then I go down here. Well, what am I doing right there? I'm just doing a 2-note comping chord. That's one of the things we practice a lot, is how to create comping chords and when to use them. Whenever you need a little bit of space that you want to fill, you can use a little 2-note comping chord. These are called guide tones, the 3rd and the flat 7 of the scale, and then I'm going to go down a half step, and now I have flat 7, 3 if I'm going to F. But I go let's do a review. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then I go up and start it over again. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle bells. And then I go the very last part. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one. We're going to do this. We're going to have that G13 sound, and we go one horse open sleigh. And I'm going. And all I did is first inversion triad, D minor. So that. Let me see what I actually have written in the PDF here, just for fun. because you can play D minor or you can play F major, and I want to make sure that I'm showing you guys the right thing. If you're enjoying this, make sure you give a like, and if you want to, you can say hello in the chat. All right, at the end we go one horse. I do one horse, F major, and C major. Okay, let's just go with that instead of D minor. All right, so we go, oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse, oh, and then F here, and it starts over. Okay, a couple things. Let's talk about improv. Let's say you make it all the way through, you have the chart, or if you just go with what I just taught you there of actually how to play the melody. And the melody, we're pretty much using triads. I am going down to B and back up to C. But now what do you do when it's time to improv? The great thing is all of these blues licks that I teach you, they work so well in blues and in jazz. So if you're playing a jazz trio version, or you're just playing blues version of this, when it's time to improv, you can use all of these things in Blues Volume 1 and maybe hint around the melody every now and then. So I go, jingle bells, let's get that comping chord again. And right here, when I go one horse open, I'm on D, da, 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 da. And at the end, it's so important to go we're going 5, 5, 4, 2, 1. Don't play the third at the very end. Dun, 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 dun. Let's do it one more time. Go. So at the very end there, all I was doing was, on purpose, doing a little blues scale feel, because it's really important to practice your blues scale, and then while we're doing all this major stuff, major jingle, jingle all the way, da 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 da, occasionally you want to hear a little bluesy flavor. That's another tip for today is, you're playing all these jazz and blues songs, it's nice to put a little blues, a little minor third, and that flat 7 and that sharp 4 in there as well. So I go, in a one-horse open sleigh. So just a little hint of the blues. I could go, jingle bells. Go back to the thing. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse. What's up, William? Do you go by William? Or is it Bill? I think it's William. Good to see you, as always. What remind me which volumes and things that you have already. Good to see you. Yeah, so really quickly, while I'm waiting for you to answer, because I see that where you have purchased courses of mine, which is really awesome. And so what I've been doing, we have 6 people watching now. This is great. I love it. I didn't even send out any emails or anything like that. And what we're doing, what's up, Hugh? Hugh, you're back again from this morning. Good job. All right, so what we're talking about, everyone, is we're going through the iMusic Academy. That's why I said ask me questions about the All Access membership. Hugh is a member, a proud member. As a matter of fact, Hugh is actually double dipped. He's a member of Chord Academy and the All Access thing, which he doesn't have to be. You're a member of All Access, you get everything. He knows that. But thank you, Hugh, for your continued support. All right, so what we're doing is we're talking about jingle bells. And let's see, yes, I have a lot of my courses, particularly like my version of Jingle Bells. You like to have a copy of that. Yes, so what we're doing right now is we have a lot of different versions of Jingle Bells. Let me show you this really quickly, just to show everybody what we're talking about. So every year at iMusic Academy, I do the the Christmas Boot Camp. It's all literally a part of just being a member at iMusic Academy. And so we keep adding to it. We have jazz and blues, Christmas piano, trio and solo, piano trio, all this stuff. And so you have different concepts related to how to practice this stuff. Christmas Eve blues, Jingle Bell chord variations, chord voicings, trio voicings, Christmas tree, that's what we did this morning. And anyway, so we also put in our 15 tips, some things to practice. Like if you learn the melody, then what do you do over that? Well, there's so many different things, just like I'm demonstrating now. Like for instance, this right here where you go this 6th lick, right? You play the melody, you go jingle all the way. And whenever I'm soloing, I would do this where I'm going to play the melody and I'm thinking about the melody. Whenever we improv, whenever I'm playing the melody, of course I'm thinking about the melody, but when it's time to solo, I'm still thinking about the melody. I go jingle bells, boo-da-da-da-da, dee-da-da-dee-dee-da. So, or, right? I'm going thinking bluesy or da-da-da-da-da. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Jingle bells, watch. Now I go back to the melody again. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Okay, now let me talk. Now, you have to clarify. Do you go by William? I just want to make sure you have it. You have purchased several of my courses, which I'm very thankful for. And all you have to do for you is email me, and I'll gladly send you a copy of this. But I want to tell you something else, and anybody else watching. We had somebody who signed up for the Chord Academy today switch. So, Hugh, we have Gil signed up to be a member. So he switched over. And I'm telling you guys, this is important for anybody watching this. I won't leave this up, but anybody who is a member of the All Access thing, it's literally just a slight bit less than 1 lesson a month with me, and you get everything. So, William, if you ever decide to make that switch, and even if you just wanted to trust me and try it out, I would do that for you to show you exactly what we're talking about. But you don't have to buy any courses after that. It's literally 1 lesson a month with me, and you get everything. Minimum of 4 live streams a week, all the charts, all the boot camps, all the exercises. It's crazy. So I just wanted to do something several years ago where I said, I don't want people to have to continue to buy courses and things, I just make it one big membership. So that includes Chord Academy and all unreleased courses, all released courses, etc., and the online platform as well. All right, so you go by William. Okay, I will do that. But William, you really need context. I wish you could see what we did in the course yesterday of "Oh Christmas Tree," and I actually went through. Let me show you guys, anybody just watching and you want a couple of tips, I'll read out the tips that I did. So if you're a member of iMusic Academy, and literally the title of this thing was like, ask me questions about the membership, because I'm always looking to add the right next person. I don't want you just to buy or be a member from an impulse thing and think, oh, I'll give it a try. I want people who are really willing to give it a try, because it is an amazing community of people. And a lot of beginners, some intermediate players, a few advanced students, but it's a whole heck of a lot of fun. And so here's what we did yesterday in the Academy. I did, in addition to teaching about "Oh Christmas Tree," I did this PDF, iMusic Academy Tips for "Oh Christmas Tree," Improv Tips for All Songs. Learn the melody which contains the chord tones. Let me give you a brief overview, William and Hugh. Hugh remembers this, but any Christmas song or jazz song you can think about, it's chord tones, right? If I go, have yourself a 1 3 5 1, watch this, D minor 11, sus to the 5 of G. And even when I do this first inversion, that's the minor third of A minor. And let me skip down to the B half diminished. So the reason I mention that particular tip is all of the songs that you know and love, the reason you like them and the reason they sound good is because of for the most part, you're outlining the harmony of any song. So what does that mean in terms of improvisation? If we're doing Jingle Bells and we do this one little lick from Blues Volume 1, which I bet William already has, and we do the simple thing, we just played in a one-horse open sleigh. Now it's time to improv, and you go, boo-da-da. So all these licks and things that you learn in Blues Volume 1, you can use and should use in your blues improvisation. But from the from the C scale, that's the third, right? If I was on the F chord, that's the major 7, that's the 13 on G. So all the time when you're playing chords and you're playing the same kind of notes over the same thing, like if we're doing "Oh Christmas Tree," that's the 5th of A, that's the 9th of D minor. So just because it's the root of C, now it's the 5th. Minor third, root of A, D minor 11, G flat 7, D minor third. So all of these things, when you hear all of these melodies, it could be something as beautiful as "Christmas time is here," F major 7, that's why that sounds good. Sharp 11 in the melody. Flat 7 of B half diminished. Flat 7 of A minor. 5th of G minor. The 9th of F major. D flat major 7, that's the major 7. And that is your flat 5. Then A minor, that's the 3rd. Okay, so important to know the reason all of your solos are going to sound good and why melodies last forever, they're always timeless, is if you're improvising, you think Christmas time is here, you could arpeggiate those notes. That's That's from E flat. There's part of the chord. Arpeggiate that. Major 7. Sharp 11. Now flat 7. Everything can be explained. All of your melody notes that you love to play work perfect because they're part of the harmony. All right, the next thing is emphasize the major scale of C. So if I'm playing in the key of C and I do "Oh Christmas Tree" and I go, "Oh Christmas tree, da 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 dum," I can be thinking when it's time to improv, I can think of the C major scale. And all I did there was thinking C major. Like, we don't always have to overthink of it. We don't think, oh, I have to play a 2-5-1. Oh no, what am I going to do? No, just think major scale. I go, I could go, or and what did I do there? Major scale. Major scale, major scale, major scale. So that kind of takes the having to think about all kinds of crazy chords. When you hear really nice melodies, you have the major scale that you can use. Now, who's ready for an amazing tip? All right, I need somebody to say they're ready for an amazing tip while I drink an awesome thing of coffee. Which, by the way, I learned a really cool tip on how to make a good cup of coffee without a lot of sugar in it. And if anybody needs that tip, let me know. I've got a good one for you. Okay, so the next thing is, I said, okay, if you're doing "Oh Christmas Tree," and I was going from 1 to 6 to 2, 5, 1. If I'm playing that same lick, I go, that's the 3rd, that's the 5th of A, the 9th of D, 13, or I could go, notice that it all fits under the hand. I could go, so I'm going to. All right, let me keep going. Let's go down these tips. Okay, so here we go. The flat 6 of the descending major scale. Now, we did all of this yesterday in a long 50-minute lesson, which is what we do every week, twice a week at iMusic Academy for the All Access group, and then we have Chord Academy, which is Tuesday and Friday. But add the flat 6 on the descending major scale. So this idea of, if you have chord tones going up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you go downbeat, that's C, that works. The 3rd's a downbeat, the G. But on the way back down, that's on the downbeat. But that A is kind of a chord tone. It's part of the C6, but it's not really a chord tone. That F is not a chord tone on the downbeat. So we have to do something to help us out, get back on the on track for downbeat. So watch this. Add a half step of a flat 6, A flat, and now it lines up. or dee da 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 da. Notice how it does that, right? If I play it going down just a descending major scale, listen how bad it sounds. No, it doesn't give us anything we need. If I go dee da 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 da, dee da dee da, da 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 da. In fact, this morning we did this kind of lick. We went da 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 boo da da boo da dum, da 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 boo da da boo da da. So da 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 boo da da boo da 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 da. I kind of like that. Da 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 da. 2 and 3 and da 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 da. All right, let's keep going. Think like a singer when you play. Now, this is a crazy good tip. This idea of if I'm singing this song and I think like a singer, I'm really going to leave some space. I go dee da 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 bum bo do da do da 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 da. That would be kind of like a singer, or 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, that covers that. Think like a singer, and what that does is it makes sure you play a little bit and then you rest a little bit. The next thing, number 6, is incorporate the blues licks in your improvisation. Even what I just did is a perfect example of that. If I am using the C major scale as my improv, we just got done with Jingle Bells. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. And I go, oh, da, 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 da. Or if I'm doing Oh Christmas Tree and I go improv. Listen. Or that's a little pentatonic. Again. Blues scale, or minor third to major third. Okay, so that is pretty easy to understand. Next one is C major pentatonic is a gold mine. Yes, this is a perfect one. This idea of 1, 2, 3, 5, I could go for days on all the chords. Going to work. And all I was doing there is pentatonic, major pentatonic is 5 notes, C, D, E, G, A. And I could go just to get the pattern, right? But in its most basic sense, I could just go C, D, E, G, and even A if I want to. I could go. Okay, that's pretty easy to understand. Incorporate blues licks, C major pentatonic scale. Don't be afraid to repeat the notes. That goes right back to this idea of if I'm doing do da da do da do da, all of those notes can be explained by they relate to every single chord. That's the third, that's the 5th of A, 9th of D minor, 13. And isn't that an amazing thing? All right, so now certain notes within the major scale, different chord tones on different keys. Yeah, that's kind of what we just talked about. All right, let's wrap this up with a really important thing is this idea of the metronome. If you turn the metronome on and you hear this right here, all you have to do is start on 2. So listen, when you hear the click, you go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and immediately you start swinging. And here's what I want you guys to understand is that the time is going by. This is probably one of the most important things that I could tell you, even for my beginners. This is kind of geared for beginners to intermediate players just looking to level up, is that if you hear that metronome going and you start counting on 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. The time is going by. So right now in my mind, I've already started "Oh Christmas Tree." Ba-dun, dun, 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 dun. Now I'll jump back in. Ba-dum, dum, bum, bum, ba. I'll jump back in. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, I was doing "Oh Christmas Tree" and I didn't even realize it. That's so I went from that, think about that, to starting to play Jingle Bells again. So that's the great thing, is like, if whatever song you're thinking about the melody and the time is going by. So I hear the metronome and I think 2, 2, 3, 4. Let me do that again. So the metronome's going 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jingle bells, da 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 da, ba da ba da da, da 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 da. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Ba do da 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 da. Jingle all the way. Now we have to go. All major scale, right? Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. 2 and 3 and 4, and oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. And at the very end, you go, oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. In a one-horse open sleigh. In a one-horse open sleigh. So you see how I was doing that, where I'm thinking about the time going by? This sort of kind of frees us up to stop thinking about, I gotta nail everything, I gotta play all the notes and do all this stuff. It's really simple if we start thinking in terms of thinking in time. So now we go 2 and 4. You hear that metronome. I want to encourage everybody to use the metronome and start thinking about the time is going to go by anyway. In a one-horse open sleigh. Now I can come back in a one-horse open sleigh. Ba 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 da 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 da. Oh, and jingle bells. Ba da 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 ba da. 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse. All right, you guys get it. All right, let's wrap this up. Metronome, work on small sections, and most importantly, have fun. Yeah, so part of that is very simple. You can take one idea and really wear it out, small sections. It could just be the first thing. It could be the ending. In a one-horse open sleigh. I want to make sure I nail that by going 5, 5, 4, 2, 1. So I don't miss it. So any key that I'm in, I know I can do that. Let's say I'm playing an F and I go, we can get the whole song by going jingle all the way. It's the triad of F. Here's the end. 5, 5, 4, 2, 1. Skipped a third at the end. So same thing. You have going down a half step. All right, so going back to this PDF, let me show you guys this as we wrap up. Basic stride etude with Bob Taylor. Interesting. Okay, where is that? There it is right here. Okay, so once again, for my members, we probably have, if you put Chord Academy and you put our all access thing together, we probably have 33 people maybe that are a part of everything. And again, our all access people get all access to everything. So we have some that are just in the Chord Academy and some are already switching over to the all access thing. And if you're interested in just giving it a shot, don't give it a shot just for a week or a month. Give it a shot for a while, because I think you're going to find that it's a really amazing group. I absolutely love getting to teach everyone, but Christmas boot camp is just thrown in there, just like our Ray Charles boot camps and Christmas boot camps, our technique book. The whole thing is all within inside the membership, and it's literally less than one lesson a month with me. And I have people that pay me $60 for every single lesson, which is actually on the low side these days for what people charge. But I've always charged the same thing, $60 an hour for one lesson. I have lots of people that do that. It's what I would pay if I was having a lesson with somebody. But I basically did this membership based around the idea that it's worth every penny to have a group and have a consistent, you're going to get lessons with me minimum 4 times a week. You can always watch the replays, but it's the community that's so fun, and we do all this stuff together. So I'm looking for the next person. It could be one person. We had one person sign up that was in the Chord Academy. That's Gil, and he just joined a couple hours ago, and I'm very excited to have him. But Christmas Boot Camp is just something we've been working on in December, and we've done Santa Claus is Coming to Town. But let me just show you guys one more time. It doesn't matter if you sign up or not. I'm just giving you some pointers here in the next 1 or 2 minutes. So these ideas, 15 tips for 5-minute practice success. Whenever I'm improvising or learning how to play over tunes, I use these ideas, like this idea, the first 5 notes of the blues scale, right? There are these simple things you can do. You learn these shapes. So then when it's time to improvise, you go, and you need a little bluesy thing, you can do any of these notes are going to work. All right, the next thing is you go down, you'll see that you have this. I go, one horse open sleigh, or you need to sound a little bit bluesy. How about adding that flat 7? Maybe I go, one horse open sleigh. Here we go. And then you keep going down. You guys know at iMusic Academy that you want a little secret sauce. You go down 3 half steps from your root, and now you play the first 4 notes of the A blues scale. And a one horse open sleigh. Just played 5 different licks from Blues Volume 1. There's one right there in the middle. I could go. All right. right, now keep going, scrolling down here. You have some original Christmas Eve blues, Jingle Bell Blues, which we just did. And I showed you guys exactly how to play that. If you're doing the trio version, there's the IMA jingle chord arpeggios that are really fun to play. Shows you how to outline those. And then we have Jingle Bell. Now, you talk about crazy. Listen to this. How beautiful is that? Showing you professional jazz voicings to go with that. So we also do jazz, of course, at iMusic Academy. Here is Jingle Bell Trio, so maybe you want to play that. Keep going down. We have beginning 5-finger patterns. Once again, not only do I show you how to play, but you have Oscar Peterson ideas. You go do da 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 da. All right, let's keep going down. You have major scales. Why in the world would I include major scales in a boot camp? Because not only do I want you to be able to play your scales with both hands, of course, but you start to build chord formulas, and so it helps you with our licks and ideas. I want you to be able to say, all right, that's the 1-3-5 of the C major scale. There's the flat third. So we can do that. And then if we're using our up-down approach, we're going to go up a half step and be able to get there. Up another half step is in D. Okay, let's keep going down. That's partly why we learned that. Also for technique. Oh, Christmas Tree. There are simple voicings. Listen to that. We start off with the simple 2-hand voicings, and then we have different improv ideas like giant steps type patterns over Oh Christmas Tree. Then there's the melody with the voicings. All right, keep going down. Then you have tracks. There's Santa Claus is coming to town. Some extra things at the end. Okay, and that's an ever-evolving Christmas boot camp. Okay, so if anyone has any questions, then that would be awesome if you ask them now, because I'm about to sign off. And if you don't have any and you just want to say hey and thanks for the lesson, you can say that too. And if you hated the lesson, you can say that too. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. And if anybody watches this before I take this down and you would like to join us, I promise you will be very happy. But there's 2 opportunities. You could sign up for Chord Academy, and we have a lot of people, I mean like 10 people that have signed up for that. But the rest of them have either signed up for Chord Academy and made the switch to All Access, and the others have been All Access, and they've been for years. Like we're on our maybe 4th year of All Access, and we still have people that love to be a part of it. And whenever you come and you're a part of the Academy, we have retired people who are dominating our membership, and everybody's so supportive. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a pro, everybody is welcome and valued, and we celebrate anybody who comes in. So Gil on Monday, we'll be celebrating him joining us. It's a lot of fun, a really supportive community. But find a place that you can be a part of. That's my challenge to you. It doesn't have to be iMusic Academy, but I sure would love to have you and to earn your trust. So there are 2 links. One's for Chord Academy, but I really want the next person to become an All Access member. You get everything, and all the community is worth every penny just by itself. But I promise you'll enjoy it. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.